Hi, so this is my assignment for professional practices. I have titled it as My Journey in a Nutshell because I am going to talk about the 8 months of my life that I spent at the university, uh, from knowing myself to developing myself into an individual that I am today. This page is about the content that is going to come ahead in this PPT. So we will start with a small introduction, followed by goals and visions, a few activities that I pursued to accomplish my goals and visions. I'll also talk about the sustainability goals of United Nations. We would talk about management, the core value of business and life, and later I would discuss about the learnings and outcomes of all these activities. Let's begin. So I am a 23-year-old international student. I moved to the UK in September 2022 to pursue my master's in digital marketing from NTU. My aim was to become a successful professional, and it still is. A journey of self assessment and learning is what I would state as. So, this all began when I started assessing myself through the assessment tests. So, through assessment tests, I got the results that gave me a direction or showed me where I need to work on myself. With those results, I set some goals for continuous development to transform into a better individual and a professional. So, the goals and visions that I set were developing my emotional stability, managing stress, learning and developing new technical skills, researching professional endeavors for myself in the future, and networking with friends and professionals. So, all these things were somewhere or the other lagging in me, and so I shortlisted a few of them, and I decided to work on them with each and every activity that I pursue further as a CPD. Let's talk about the technical skills. So in the digital world is so fast pacing, it is changing every day. Holding on to it is very, very necessary to keep myself updated, and also for a professional and personal level growth. I learned to use Canva. I attended a session hosted by Canva, which showcased how I can use this application to make beautiful designs. I did use the knowledge to make a lot of designs for my reports, which positively showed on my results. I also learned a little bit about SEO, PPC, and Google Analytics. So I also pursued an internship, which was an unpaid internship for 3 months in digital marketing. I did content marketing, SEO, blog writing, content writing at a whole. So this internship gave me a lot of confidence in myself as I learned to use a lot of tools that are relevant and that would be very helpful for me in the future. I also pursued some certificate courses from Google Garage. Now let's come up to stress and emotional management. When I moved here, I was alone, and learning to manage stress and emotions was very necessary. Mental health is an issue that most people wouldn't talk about, but almost everyone goes through, at some point of time. One of the United Nations motive for sustainability 2023 was good health and well-being, better, more accessible health system to increase life expectancy. I believe health is not just physical health, it is also mental health. So I engaged in volunteer work. I went out with my friends. I explored the city. I explored new places. I did multiple tasks to manage my stress. I worked in stressful situation under pressure situation to overcome my fear of, um, you know, mismanagement. I also went to Goose Fair and sat into a ride That was quite huge. But I did do it still because I wanted to overcome my fear of height and motion, which I pretty much did. And it gave me a sense of accomplishment at that moment. Let's talk about networking. So, what networking basically is that interacting with people, maintaining relationships, creating bonds, and professional and personal relationship for further growth. So I didn't engage into networking a lot initially because I took some time to adjust in the new environment. But I later on started taking substantial efforts to create a good network. I interacted and networked with people for several means, from several means. So I attended events like job fair at NTU, where I got an opportunity to interact with multiple companies like Land Rover, Range Rover. I could talk to them and know what kind of opportunities they would have for me once I graduate. They briefed me about their criterias. I did come across a lot of opportunities that I can further apply after graduating. I also attended a Christmas potluck hosted by my classmates, where all of us from different backgrounds and families and countries and cultures had come together, brought some food, and shared it with each other. It was a very good event to, know about people, their culture, their food all over the world. I engaged, I also hosted a party for my class in the month of March, where almost 35 people attended and everybody enjoyed a lot. I also do a part time job at Pepe's Peri Peri, and at my part time job, I literally interact with hundreds of people in a day. So that helped me a lot to build some networks and connections. Researching and reporting. Researching and reporting has been a huge part of my master's journey right from the beginning. Each and every module wanted us to write a report. I did lack a little bit of ability in regards to research and reporting. So I took up a few sessions from library to develop my writing skills, report writing skills, which did help me a lot in my assignments. Also, I attended graduate fair at NTU, an interactive session at Impression to get insight into digital marketing industry. I attended a seminar by Marvin Cook, who works at Toyota, and he gave us a lot of insights on how Toyota works. Right from its production line to its manufacturing to its dispatch to its finances, everything. So, all of these activities were part of my research and reporting. Now let's talk about sustainability development goals of United Nations. So the Sustainable Development Goals are a collection of 17 global goals adopted by all United Nations member states. As you can see, the goals in this image right here in figure 4, taken from concern.org. To mention a few, these goals aspire to actualize universal human rights, promote gender equality, empower all the women and girls, and eradicate poverty in all its manifestation worldwide, and end world hunger. I believe that these SDGs are carefully created through a lot of research for the overall development of all the member countries and at a whole the entire world. The aspect of mental health and well being is well considered out of all the 17 goals. Sustainability in all sense hold an equal level of importance for a better world. I have tried to implement a few of them in my personal life and have engaged in giving back something or the other to the society. I have been volunteering at White Rose Sustainable Fashion. White Rose is an organization that sells thrift clothes in and around Nottingham, and the funds are supporting the EG's trust, which helps the victim of genocide. I believe in sustainable living myself, thus, I use cloth bags to carry groceries. I avoid using plastic bags altogether. I reuse my clothes, buy more from the recycle section and thrift sections. This is how I practice sustainability individually. Moving forward as a professional, I would really like to implement a lot of sustainable values at my work. I would engage into advocating for equal pay, gender equality, racial equality, and I will definitely pose equal opportunity to all the colleagues and all the people that I can employ or can help in the future. These are a few SDGs that I would like to implement in my life. Reduce inequality, sustainable cities and communities, zero hunger, and responsible consumption and production. Let's talk about leadership and teamwork. So, leadership and teamwork are qualities that are acquired and developed over time. So, people might say that a person is a born leader, but I believe that it can be developed with time. Some individuals are born leader, but others have to learn it. To begin with, I believe that once an individual steps in the world, the journey of teamwork begins from the very moment. It consists of coordination, communication, expression, relationship building, networking. A good leader, on the other hand, should possess all the qualities, but also should be decisive and good decision maker. I have always been a very confident individual since early childhood, but there are some times when an individual might not feel very confident and might feel low. So, thus, when I moved to the UK, initially I took some time to sort out my life. Survival in this country is not easy because everything's new, right? From the weather, the food, the people. But the minute I got a little comfortable, I started with the journey of engagement with people, coordinating in teams, working on assignments. My part time job and internship imparted a lot of confidence into me. And as I understood to take over the responsibility and become a leader and work in a team, I believe that whatever I have learned through life and work and my education about management is that one has to be confident, good communicator, listener, and someone who can keep everyone and everything together. I believe I have developed a lot of leadership qualities, and I look forward to polishing them in the future so that I can implement them at my work while I work with my team. So working in a team has its own challenges, right from different point of views to different personalities. In the assignment groups at the university, um, I did engage with a lot of people from different countries and backgrounds. All of the people have different perspectives, and getting everybody on the same page is not easy. Managing each other's time, conducting meetings, listening to everybody, coming to a consensus is a task. But I and my teammates, we successfully accomplished all the tasks, and we did manage to score distinction in the group assignment, which clearly showcases that I have developed a lot of skills in regards to teamwork and leadership. My development and experience. So I'm an extrovert with a lot of self confidence. Initially, I didn't engage much as I was trying to settle down in the UK. I started my journey of working on myself, and I can see the difference now. I developed some wonderful relationships. I also accomplished my assignments, group tasks with distinctions. This has given me a boost of confidence that now I can implement my leadership quality and work in a team at my work as well. I will be able to coordinate, communicate, accomplish work with my team effectively. I look forward to putting forth great results in front of my future employers and clients. So, I have become a very confident and decisive individual who can handle stress and pressure well on her own. And I will effectively utilize all my qualities in my future workplace. Let's talk about the learnings and outcomes. When I look back, 8 months back, when I came here, I was an individual who lacked a lot of qualities. I lacked a lot of confidence. I was very feared. I was very skeptical about doing anything and everything. But now I can see a lot of progress in myself. I was a girl who had never lived alone or away from her family. I was pampered, nurtured as a child, the way every kid is. This was the first time experience for me to manage myself professionally and personally, to work, to earn, to manage my finances, manage assignments, deadlines, friendships, connections, professional work, personal work, and also give myself some time. It wasn't easy. I learned about my weaknesses and strengths in the very beginning by taking a few tests. I took efforts through CPD activities to overcome them. I did put a lot in that, and I believe that most of it has worked. I pursued several short courses from Google Garage to upskill myself constantly, took a lot of certificates. I also tried to learn a new language, which I pursued for a couple of weeks, but did impart a lot of confidence in me and also made me feel recreational. All this, attending seminars, doing certification, would definitely reflect in a positive sense on my CV, which is going to work wonders for me, hopefully, after I graduate. I also learned to manage my stress and work under pressure, which is something that I really, really lacked initially. And now I can say that I can do it on my own. And yeah, I have made a lot of connections, a lot of friendships, and I would cherish all of them always and forever. I created a lot of LinkedIn connections with professionals and employers and HR managers and digital marketers in the UK to learn about the UK market, to learn about digital marketing in the UK, and I have quite understood a lot about it now. I look forward to getting a job and working in this industry as soon as possible. A positive change in my communication skill is quite evident. I have been constantly interacting with people and have had a lot of discussions with random people these days, which has definitely made me feel very confident about my communication skill now, as on how it was before. Overall, I think the professional practices module did a wonderful job, and it definitely gave me a push to work on myself and develop myself into a better professional and an individual. Yeah, and I look forward to continuously developing and making a professional development and habit to become better professional individual at a whole, and I look forward for a continuous development in myself. Thank you.